Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing my everyday makeup, which is this makeup right here. It's super simple, super natural, and honestly requires next to no touch-ups. So if you guys want to see how I construct my face, stay tuned. Okay, so now that I have zoomed you guys in, you guys are nice up and close and personal to me. Let's begin our makeup. Let's go in with primer. For this, I'm using the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. That is a mouthful. Honestly, I use this like quite generously. Why, you may ask? I just like it. You guys are here for makeup and there's nothing makeup-y around this video. It's just me chatting shit, pretending I actually know what I'm talking about. So I just rubbed this in with my hands. Now that my base has dried down, I'm now going to go in with my foundation, and for this, recently I have been using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter Foundation, and honestly I love this. I'm not a glowy foundation kind of girl at all. Then this foundation made its way into my life and honestly my opinions have been changed. Now I'm going to go in with a beauty blender. This one is crusty as fuck, but don't judge me. I have known for a while that I needed a new beauty blender and I've done absolutely fuck all about it. So the fact that this is gross, that's on me. Honestly, this foundation lasts so long as well. I have a habit of getting this in my hair, or any foundation in my hair, but the worst part is I literally have a headband right beside me, but I don't like to use it, and especially not when I'm filming it, because then I look like E.T. That's not really the look or the vibe we're going for right now. Okay, so I'm just finishing up tapping that into my skin. And I'm just remembering to do it around my neck as well. Next, I'm going in with the Made by Mitchell blush in the shade Strawberry Cream. I got this out of one of the mystery packs that he was doing for like, I think it was like £15 or something. Why not? Honestly, I've seen so many people like raving about his products, so I wanted to try something. So I feel like I've put quite a bit on. This stuff is really pigmented and I'm not really a massive blush girl, but do you know what? Apparently today's the day we're changing that. Look at this. Also, you might be wondering why I do this before my bronzer and stuff. I just think I'd rather blend into this with the bronzer. So now that that is on, like, look how gorgeous. Next, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Beauty Wand, the contour one. Right, I love this product, but the fact that the makeup all sits around there. I also bring my contour like down. I like looking like I have like face, you know? Obviously, that's personal preference. If you don't do it, you're probably doing something right. Then we've got along to the jawline. And also my forehead, and I also do a little bit here and here. And my temples. It probably doesn't make sense to anybody why I put it on my temples. It honestly doesn't really make sense to me either, I just do it. I am really lazy when I smoke out my eyeshadow, and I feel like having those wee bits there just assists the matter, you know? I also think I did just contour my eyelashes, but you know what, that's okay. It happens to the best of us. Said absolutely nobody who knows how to do makeup ever. Apparently having this little line across the top apparently makes your nose look smaller, makes you look like you have a button nose. I think I just do it because I get told to, honestly. And clearly I am not my own person. I'm just a sheep, so I do it too. Right, I'm just blending out. I start with like the smallest areas that I want like not as much payoff on. And then I build my way up to the bigger areas. So I start with under my lip, move to my temples, nose, jawline. Next I am going to, however, do my cheek area. Cheek area, is this your cheek? I don't freaking know. I'm so underqualified to do this, I'll be honest. I'm just gonna make sure I'm dragging it up the way. I feel like the beauty people always say, bring your bronzer up the way. Is this bronzer, contour? I don't know the difference. Are they different? They might not be. See how much better that looks, just that little bit of definition in my face. And I'm just gonna repeat the same on the other side. Okay, so I've also blended out my forehead, and honestly, this is how it looks. I wish I could say it always looks like this, but honestly, every time I do my makeup, it's completely different. This is what it looks like today. Next, I'm going in with the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate Concealer in the shade C1 because I'm very, very pale. And I'm not a concealer past, present, and future. I literally use that. That's literally it. I'm much more bronzer girl. I feel like I'm pale enough, and if I highlight too much my face, it just shows I really am just pale. So I try to use like the bare minimum concealer. And I'm just using a smaller sponge. It's actually the reverse side of the sponge I used to blend out my liquid blush. And really tapping it in. And that is it all blended out. It looks so good. This has been like my go-to concealer for like the longest time as well. Like, I just love it. Honestly, I love a lot of the Makeup Revolution product. I change up my products quite a bit, but honestly, like, I always go back to the Makeup Revolution. I just really like their products, and they're super affordable. And honestly, super high quality for a drugstore brand as well. That is my liquid base before setting all done. And my foundation, my concealer, my liquid blush, and my liquid contour all on there. And this is how it is looking so far. Honestly, I can't see what this side looks like because I am specky and the camera's far away, but we're just gonna hope it's a vibe, honestly. This is probably why my makeup never looks the same either. Next, I'm going to use the Revolution Pro Translucent Setting Powder. I, again, love this. Have used it for a very long time, probably won't switch. I did try the Laura Mercier one years ago. As somebody who is like a student in a minimum wage job, like, I am honestly not gonna spend the money on the Laura Mercier stuff when I can literally get just as good significantly cheaper. I'm just setting all those points that I put the liquid product down on, which is literally my whole face. Okay, so once I've set that all down, honestly I just take my fingers to see if there's any bits that still feel a little bit damp, and that's how I decide if I require more powder. I wish I honestly knew what I was talking about in this video. I have literally no idea. But start as you mean to go on, and we started bullshitting, so we're gonna keep it up. Okay, next up I'm going in with powder bronzer. This I'm using the Hoola bronzer by Benefit. I feel like we've all used this for years. Bronzers are honestly just a wee bit scary for me, and I don't know any other good brands, so if you guys have any good recommendations, please leave them down below, because I'm honestly struggling. Once this runs out, I don't know what I'm going to use. I want to try something new, but like also this is my trusty bronzer, so I don't know. So I'm just putting some bronzer here on this cheekbone and a little bit over here, and I'm going to also bronze my forehead a little bit. I feel like if I just bronze my forehead, like, nobody's going to be able to tell that my hair just drastically needs dyed, but I think I live in a fairy world, honestly. I'm also bringing the bronzer down my neck as well. Then for contour, honestly I don't use a proper contour, I just use a slightly darker shade bronzer. So for this I'm using the NYX matte bronzer. It's in the shade light, however it's still like darker, so I'm still going to use it. I honestly, like, I feel like for somebody who watched the beauty space for so long, I literally have no concept between the difference between bronzer and contour. I'm making sure to like really trace over like where I had applied the contour as well with this. Okay, so that's this side done, and there's honestly just such a difference that I feel anyway. I don't know, I could be wrong, this could honestly look the exact same, I really don't know. And this is the side without. Yeah, I feel like you're not meant to contour with bronzer, but you know, we vibe, we move. We write our own rules in makeup, honestly. I'm just using this to sharpen up my jawline a little bit. Okay, next up is blush, and for this I actually use a Beauty Bay own brand blush in the shade Peachy. Again, I'm not a massive blush person, and I feel like this one is subtle enough that I actually quite enjoy it. And it's also not bright pink or very rosy, which suit, like, thank you. Honestly, I'm just not a massive blush person, and fair play to the guys who are, but I can never. So that is this side done. I'm just going to slightly bring it up my temple a little touch, and that is this side done. And there we go. Now I look like I have some form of colour in my face. Okay, next up I'm going to be using a I Heart Revolution Marzipan Heart for highlight. For this I use a normal foundation brush, and this is like a gold and silver one, so I just like kind of tap a bit of both, and then applying that here. This is super good, this one. I absolutely love this highlighter, it's so good. The payoff is amazing. Then I'm gonna take this little bit on the end of the brush and there we go. Okay, so next I'm going to do my eyebrows. I'm going to do these off camera, however I use the NYX micro brow pencil for this in the shade Ash Brown. This has been my go-to for like the longest time, and I honestly just swear by it. I absolutely love this product so goddamn much. And yeah, let's give me some eyebrows. Now that is my eyebrows done, we're going to move on to eyeshadow. And honestly, for my everyday makeup, my eyeshadow is like really basic. So for this, I'm going to be using the Juvia's Place, the Warrior palette. I freaking love Juvia's Place. It's an amazing brand. Their eyeshadows are so good. The colour payoff is always brilliant and minimal fallout. Like, I absolutely love the Juvia's Place palettes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this shade here in Cano. I'm just going to push that around my lid, and honestly I start with a little and build up because, as I say, these are super pigmented and I'm not going for anything crazy. And this is where putting some contour on my temple is honestly going to come in super handy, because as I do this, I'm just pushing it up and into the contour line that's already there. I'm just making sure I'm really getting my lid and blending it out. I'm blending it out. I do not want any harsh lines. And then also going to do my under eye as well with the exact same shade. I switched so much more into my eyeshadow. However, for every day, this is absolutely perfect. It's enough to add a little bit of something there without being too in your face. So to finish off my eyes, I'm going to be going in with some mascara. This one is the Lancome Monsieur Big, and I'm going to be putting this on my lower lashes. Now that is my lower lash mascara applied, it is on to the last and final step, which is going to be lips. Now for my lips, I start off with a darker lip pencil. This is the Rimmel Long Lasting lip liner in the shade 705 Cappuccino. I absolutely love this one. So for this, I'm literally going to start at the top. I start here. I don't like having a massive cupid's bow. I tend to just draw straight across it, so that's where I start. So I'm just doing this across the top. So I'm actually not guiding where the liner's going. I'm just like kind of guiding the pressure. I honestly just kind of use it side on and just let it run over, and then just dragging that down to the outer corner. I also draw this little Y shape on my lips, but coming in from both cupid's bow and then one straight up the middle of my lower lip. I don't know why. I think I saw somebody do it one time and thought, that's a bit of me. And I just did it ever since. And then lastly, going in with my lipstick. Okay, and that is my lips done. And this is the final look for my makeup. And that is all for my everyday makeup tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please be sure to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and leave in the comments down below if you guys want to see me try any other makeup styles. I've honestly been contemplating trying like e-girl makeup and like skater makeup and stuff. I don't know if you guys want to see that though, so if you do, let me know down below. Make sure to check out my Twitch, where I stream twice a week. Every Thursday and Sunday I am live over there, and all my other socials. And I will see you guys next time. Bye!